Hey, 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 what a good day it is, my fellow air gunners. As promised, this is a surprise from the shorts. Yes, we have in front of us the Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. Finally. First saw this on a YouTube video. It was someone at a SHOT Show in America, and they just happened to pick this up. And again, the slide went all the way back, and they said, oh, they mentioned Glock 19 Umarex. I was like, what? And I've been searching for this for months and months. It was on their Umarex website, but you can't buy directly from them. And I've been looking at every UK retailer in the country, could not find who would stock these. Finally found a company that do. And that is Sportsman Gun Centre Limited. Now, they are now the primary export for Umarex for the country. So they're literally buying all the Umarex products now, and then they distribute to the rest of the airgun retailers in the country. Also, they told me. So that is Sportsman Gun Centre, and there is one in Newport, Dorset, at Warnden Hill, and one in Exeter. So look up their website. Cracking staff, really helpful. I actually rang them up to see if they were going to get these, because again, they had them on their website. I typed into Google 4.5mm steel BB CO2 Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS that I'd seen on YouTube, and lo and behold, this is the only gun company or website that held them. And then it said they were on pre-order. I rang them up and I said, is there any chance of getting one? And they said absolutely. They were just waiting for them to come in. So I ordered one and I went to pick it up today. And this is the only, like I said, the only gun shop that have them in the UK at the moment. I'm sure that the other airgun retailers have shipped them to their companies and stuff, so we shall see. But anyway, without further ado, I do this all the time. You're probably saying, please hurry up. But yeah, always a good Umarex box. This is 4.5mm steel BB 177 caliber, powered by one 12-gram CO2, just about 2 joules of energy. 17 BBs in the mag, as we know, full Glock metal slide, full blowback this is, and single action and MOS ready. Oh, just look at this, guys and girls, look at it. Absolutely spot on. They do have 2 previous models of this, the old Gen 19 with no blowback, no moving parts. Then they brought out the Gen 4 MOS, again no moving parts, no blowback. Why, I do not know, but anyway, there you go, Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. And that is the product code if you want to look it up. So yeah, right, come on, let's just get it open. Again, had a quick look at it at the gun shop to see if it was working fine. Not opened it since. And here we are. So again, what do we get? Your full Umarex Glock 19 Gen 5 operating instructions. Again, these are really good. It's, not just a generic Glock one, it is per the actual air gun. So you Glock 19 there. And again, there we are. And there you go. This is what we should get in the box. Gives you your different plates for your MOS sight. Always really detailed these, always good illustrations from Umarex. But yeah, basically how to insert the CO2, how to operate the air pistol. I would say, please operate it, as it says. And even have a good look at the instruction manuals, because some people, they just crack on with an air gun, and sometimes some of them could be slightly different, you never know. But there you go. There is your generic parts. Sorry, yeah, different generic instructions. Shows you how to even change the plate. Yes, this can be fully taken down as well. Again, you can switch for you lefties out there. It's got ambi controls, slide controls, so you can also take out the mag release button and switch it to the other side if you do so wish. And there you go, there's a detailed parts manual of whatever you need if it ever does break. Good detailed instruction manual, but again, I know everyone's like, just get on with it. So yeah. So that is your instruction manual. So you also get your, this is generic for your air guns and airsoft guns, because again, Umarex do make airsoft guns as well. But this is basically how to take care of it, and you actually do need to clean these out every now and again. I don't care what anyone says, trust me, they do. Because they get old paint from the slides moving around, they do get a slight bit of paint, you know, on there, but you know, it's fine. You should give a bit of a rub down with a cloth, and then just lube it back up with lubricant, a bit of CO2 gun oil, sorry, or silicone gun oil. So yeah, right, again, nice one, Umarex. Doesn't come in a plastic bag or anything, but it's nice and safe, really good sturdy form, just like the 17 comes in. Again, 6mm Allen key, Allen wrench, good stuff, and your many different plates. So these are full metal, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 5 different plates there, which sit on top of the slide. So if you've got different optics, you can take the metal off the slide and then put your optics on. I'm not too fussed about optics, but hey, who knows. So this is your magazine. Again, this is exactly the same as the Glock 17 Gen 5 MOS's magazine. So I've profed, as I've got a 17 as well. I've got 2 mags for that, so I've got 3 mags I can utilise with this. Only difference is, as you can see, this Glock 19 has your extended sort of piece on the bottom here. Again, just push that down, and again, that comes off absolutely fine. Now, I've heard some rumours about these magazines already, but we'll test that theory later on. I've got spare CO2 that's been used, and we'll get it in there, because apparently people have been having dramas with these, but we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, same magazines as the 17 Gen 5 mags. The only difference is obviously you get the base plate with the Gen 5, the Glock 17, sorry, and then with the Glock 19, you got the extended mag. Because at the end of the day, if it was a normal, standard, you know, it just wouldn't fit. But the real firearm, Glock 19, has these extended mags, so it's all good. So yeah, we'll prove that shortly. But yes, I know you're saying hurry up, get to the PA resistance. Hello. Oh, that is nice. Nice. Yes, I know people are saying, oh, you know, it's the same as the Glock 17. No. It may be similar, but it's still a different type of pistol. No, it is literally all exactly the same as the Glock 17, but it's the Glock 19. It's more compact, has a shorter barrel, again has a smaller pistol grip. This was designed to be obviously more compact. Again, Glock have many different models out there. Again, look, comes greased, which is good to see from the factory. They do grease these up pretty well, Umarex. Again, we're just turning that round. Look, it's even got 9x19 and all the stamps in there. Just makes it more authentic, doesn't it? There's your MOS plate. So again, you take them 2 screws out, and then depending on what optic you buy, that's why they've given you so many different plates to fit on top of the slide. There's 5 different plates there to put your optics on. and then you take them 2 screws out and then pop your plate on there and off you go. But look at this. Absolutely buzzing with this. And yeah, the reason I'm so excited about it, I've just been really excited for it. I've been waiting for it for so long. I've seen it on YouTube and I was just absolutely over the moon, like waiting to see who would actually get these in first. Officially licensed product of Glock. And there's your stipple in there, all the way around the pistol grip. Again, military grade polymer, as the real steel is. And obviously real Glocks are polymer for the pistol grip or the lower. Full metal slide. And yes, this is a full metal slide. So you've got your stamp Glock there. It's got stamped in, so a fake serial number there, but that's where the real serial numbers would be, on the barrel and the slide on the real Glock. It's got your sort of fake slide, you know, round extractor there. Just look at this. Again, your front and rear slide serrations. And there's your sort of goal, upside down goal sights. There's no 2 dots obviously, so you put your white dot on the upside down goal post there, nice and clear. And again, check this side out. There you go. This is all stamped in, by the way, machined in. Glock 19 Gen 5 Austria, 9x19. Again, 19 is 9mm real steel in real life. And again, thank you Umarex, they've hidden all this stuff out the way. So your 4.5mm 177 caliber, there is your S for your steel BB and your F for the European market. Make sure it's within the power limits. And then Glock 19 Gen 5 and the serial number. That's where the real serial number would be in real life. And yes, you Picatinny rail there, if you wanted to put a little torch on there, a little laser. And again, your nice rounded off front slide there, this rounded off at the front, good old Gen 5. Now then, why have I purchased this? Again, you can probably tell by my other videos on my channel. Just look at that. Full lock back after last shot. Not only is it blowback, it locks all the way back, just like the Glock 17. Full lock back after last shot. Look at it. Just look at that. Full dropout magazine again, as you've seen at the beginning. Nice crisp slide, very powerful slide there. Again, your trigger safety there. Finger all the way around the trigger to press the center trigger to fire it off the action. Again, there's no silly double action that you get with the pellet ones. If you're into the pellet ones, that's fair enough, that's your thing. I'm just into the most realistic. Again, the real Glock, you would make it ready, cock the slide, again you're ready to pull the trigger, and it's single action. So that can only be, you know, not depressed. Trigger can't be depressed anymore. Because again, it's an internal striker fired pistol. So, but again, some of these air guns have a double action, like a clink, 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 and I just prefer the realism. But yes, this is quite new to the UK market, as I've been waiting a long time for it. There's your nice squared off typical Gen 5 mag release button, which I said at the beginning, that can be swapped by taking the pins out. It's all in the instructions that I showed you there. Taking the back strap off, and you can switch it to this side if you do so wish, because you've got your mag release on the left hand side as well. And yes, guess what? Again, you can tell that this locks all the way back. You see that notch there? Some of these air guns, like the 19X for example, that notch there is here, and that's when you can tell it's only going to lock back halfway. Or I don't know why some air guns do that. Just make them all where they all slide back, they all lock back fully. Some people say that about the Gen 4 air gun. It locks all the way back. It actually doesn't. Trust me. I've had the Gen 5 Glock 17 up against the Gen 4, and the slide locks further back. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, full lock back after last shot. But again, just above the takedown lever, you can take it apart because you can see through. You can see the spring. Sorry, you can see the spring. So you see how you can see through, and you can tell it's a blowback, and it locks all the way back because it's got the notch there for the slide release. So again, just pull them down. Not done this, by the way, with this pistol, so this is a new. There we go. So pull it back slightly like the real steel, pull the tabs down, and off comes the slide. And there you have your internals, and look at that. Thank you, Umarex. Nice and greased, look. Really nice and greased. Oh, well in there, Umarex. Nice one. Good stuff. Very well greased. Nice. But again, yep, you've got your recoil spring. So that'll just pop out, take the front piece out, and then you can take your barrel out. Simple as that. Again, look how nice and greased it is. Nice one, Umarex. Thank you very much. Nice bit of grease on there. Nice. Very nice indeed. Again, this pistol, let's have a look. There you go, straight back on. Beautiful crisp trigger. Absolutely cracking bit of kit this is. I tell you, I can't wait to shoot it. I will be doing a shooting review of this, by the way, as well. But yeah, again, God, movies galore, law enforcements, militaries around the world have adopted this pistol, you know. Again, I have actually my trusty 17 on hand as well, so we can compare the two. So yes, here's your, try and put these together as best I can. So yeah, again, 19, more compact for concealed carry, etc. But again, been adopted by a lot of militaries around the world. So you see how short the barrel is, not by too much. But yeah, just a slightly shorter barrel and a bit of a shorter pistol grip. Again, you can see the difference there on the pistol grip. But yeah, practically the more or less the same pistol, but you've got to collect them all, haven't you, really? And there's your 17 Gen 5 again. But yeah, that's to compare the two next to each other. I'll have a good look myself, actually. So yeah, there's your barrel lengths. And, let's have a look. Yeah. Just line these up as best I can. Yeah, so that's about the difference in the pistol grip. Very nice. But yeah, again, absolutely Hollywood mad. These have been, like you say, in a lot of movies, law enforcement, military around the world use these. So yes. Nice. Again, if we did take this off, a bit of the mag would be exposed, because at the end of the day, the other two versions of the 19, you put the CO2 in the pistol. So if the pistol does break, then the valves are gone, you need to buy a new pistol. But again, this, if the valve goes, it's all built into the magazine. I'll show you what I mean about that, about this. So if we put, this is from the 17, by the way. You can tell it's a 17, it's just got your normal Glock base plate on it, or the Gen 5 curve at the front. So there you go. So that's what it looks like with the 17 mag inside. And I think I've actually looked it up, the real steel versions of the 19, there are extended mags for them, so you can actually, they do come with this. So it's a nice touch, Umarex. They've actually made a drop down mag to put the CO2 in, and they've just added sort of the copying from the real firearm with the extension on the bottom. But yeah, that's what it would look like with the 17 mag in it. But again, like I say, hours of fun. But yeah, sweet. But I can actually fit my hoosive fingers actually around that grip. And to be fair, didn't really take anything away from it. But yeah, very, very nice indeed. But I'll tell you what, let's get one of these horrible theories out the way. The two videos that I've seen in America, I've not seen too many videos on these yet, but apparently they're having problems when they've loaded the CO2. So I'll tell you what, let's just get that theory out the way now. Just let me get me Allen key out. So apparently people are putting the CO2 in, alright? People are drilling out the base plate because it doesn't fit back across when the CO2's in. Right, let's test that theory, shall we? Right. So obviously I'm not just going to put a live CO2 in it because that would be silly. I'd have to go outside and fire it off. And I'm not doing a shooting video today. So look, there's your 12 gram CO2 cartridge. Oh look, by Umarex. It has been pierced. It has already been used, so this is empty. This is just to show you. But still, I'm still going to put a tiny bit of silicone oil on the top as if I were going to fire it, just to lube up the new seals in the magazine. I mean, they're probably lubed up anyway, so they're pretty damn good Umarex. Right, so let's test this out. People are having dramas. Let's see. I hope that it's just a case of screwing the CO2 down farther enough. So let's make sure it's screwed right down. Nice and tight. Right then. Okay, that went back down pretty easily. And oh look. Wow, okay. So people, make sure this nut is screwed down as far as you can go, not to damage the seals obviously, but that's a ridiculous myth. So there you go, there's a CO2 inserted. I've screwed it down nice and tight, and again, that cap has gone on absolutely fine, and cap's released with no issues whatsoever. Perfect. I've heard of people drilling out this bit inside because it doesn't fit correctly. That's insane. You're not screwing down the CO2 enough. Sorry guys, whose videos they are. Yeah, people are actually drilling out this plastic bit here because they're saying that the CO2 is inserted, you can't. That's ridiculous. There you go. Show you one more time. CO2 in. Cap's gone on absolutely fine. Slide straight off. Slide straight back on. Absolutely no dramas with that. So I'm going to have lots of fun. So yeah. Nice one, Umarex. Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. Pretty damn nice and worth all the money. I ain't going to lie to you. I have paid quite a bit of money for this. But that's what credit cards are for, eh? I paid £195 for this to bring this to you today. So yeah, I couldn't resist, because end of the day, it's as soon as like these can be quite popular, you know, these are going to become very popular. I'm telling you that now. So yeah, folks, like, subscribe. Thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe, comment away. I hope this goes viral a bit, because obviously people are going to know these are coming out. They're all over the Umarex website, but again, I've not seen these on any UK websites apart from the one that I mentioned earlier. It's just not, I've not seen it. So nice flared magwell at the bottom slightly. But yeah, yeah, please like, subscribe. Again, if you do just have a little photo, you know, rewind to the front. As I mentioned, well, I'll just tell you now, it's Sportsman Gun Centre, and they have 3 shops in the UK. These are the main Umarex importers now, or the sole Umarex importers, and then the other airgun retailers will grab their stock from them. So, and this has been on their website for a while, but again, they were waiting for them to be delivered. Rang them up and said, please can I reserve one? Absolutely did. And these are available now. So hopefully they will be available to other airgun retailers that are close to yourselves. But again, these don't do a delivery service like some airgun dealers do. I'm fortunate enough, it was 1 hour and 20 from me. So yeah, they do deliver to your local registered firearms dealer, like a lot of them do. So you can get it sent to your local gun shop to pick up. So yeah, well chuffed. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit worried about this magazine situation because I've heard a lot of dramas, but I knew for a fine fact it'd be people just not screwing the CO2 down farther enough. So there you go, myth busted. Go out and grab a Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS, well worth it, well happy. Yeah, and we'll get it out shooting as well, and we'll get the 17 out again shooting and compare the two. Okie dokie, so thanks very much for watching. If you got any questions, fire away in the comments. But yeah, please take care. Have a good weekend, and hopefully should see you over the weekend for a shooting review if I get time. So yeah, everyone, take care. Hope your families are well, and stay safe.